I'm back. I'm
So they
back.
trimmed the tree. Look at that. But look at this view now. When I come out the patio door, stay right there, baby. Okay. So come out the patio door. Look at this view. Are you kidding me right now? Look at that. Yeah, we'll feed the birds, baby. We will. Look at that. We've got so much work to do. Bunch of firewood now. But look, you can actually see the town over there now. Look at that. You see it? And another town over here. And if I'm not mistaken, there's like 12 little towns around here, like the 12 apostles. And they're all named. Very wonderful names. So that little strip right there goes to the airport, Santiago Atitlan. So where is it? Let me find my finger. There's my finger. Out of focus. Right there. That goes to Santiago Atitlan. So when we boat across, that's where we go. Is through there. Hang on, baby. I love you. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the lake is just so still. Do you see the little boat out there? Let's see if we can get him. Look at that. It's a boat. The little lazy town of Santa Catarina Palopo is below us. The little road to go in. I just love it. It's so peaceful.
Sergio and the carpenter planning the renovation. Heading down from the house into Panahecho. Well, there's our new ride. We don't get it yet though. These are the lamps we use at the lake house when the electricity goes out. Cheese!
You see him? He's moving the canoes out. Maybe he needs to go somewhere.
Having a girl morning in Panahecho. Giovanni's with Dad.
Yeah, go ahead.
This exercise is a great idea for kids to play on. That's all that's using it. Look, they think it's a jungle gym. Ooh, we're hot and we're ready for some granizadas. That's kind of like a snow cone, if you want to think of it like that.
That's a snow cone. That's a snow cone.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. So we're getting one of these and we're getting one of these. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see if you get it.
Now this lady worked for over 10 minutes making these, making them cute. And guess what? They were $1 a piece. $1 each. Get out of town.
That's for me?
I think so.
Why honey?
Just making them delicious just for you.
Why honey straw?
Well, you probably want a straw in there. Let's see.
It was too soft.
Okay, we ordered the Winnie the Pooh and the Hulk. You want to see what they look like? Oh. Yeah, but no, gracias, no. She's working hard back there. Here comes. There we go. Look. Gracias. Muchas gracias. No, no. Gracias. Oh, look at that, girls. Who had Winnie the Pooh?
Maya.
Come here. Ooh, who had Hulk? There you go. There you go. Muchas gracias. No. No, muchas gracias. No. Es muy bonito, pero no. Gracias. Sí, no, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
How many times can I say muchas gracias? No. This poor lady just wanted to sell something.
No, muchas gracias.
Then a little more playtime. And when you're a twin, you can exercise like this. Isn't that cool? Classes are only online now, but a potential school for the girls in September.
Made it down to Panajachel all by myself, actually, not with all by myself, with the girls. And I drove. I didn't drive up the steep driveway, but I did drive back down when I came back home. So I'm proud of myself. Just have to learn to navigate going up. It's steep. Come sit down.
And I want Lucy's teeth.
You did. And they're washing our house now because we live by the lake and the humidity here is like 100%. And though it's cool most of the time, it's hot right now. But there's a lot of black mold. Not really black mold, but it's mold. You know, green and black and whatever. I don't know. I don't care. They're washing it all off. They're going to repaint the house. The whole house. Wow. And anyway, I'm excited about that. So we're homeschooling now. We're catching up a little bit. He went bye-bye with Dad today and had Dad Day. And so now... The neighbors. He went with the neighbors. So now the girls have gotten their homeschool done for today, and now I'm working with Giovanni. Sergio's out with the men doing, the men thing. And yeah, so that's it right now. Having fun. It's been a good day. Oh, babe, that's just gorgeous.
Out to eat with Dad. And look at all this pan we got. Bread. All this bread. A lot of it for less than $3. Then back to Antigua with Andrea and Mercedes, and time for play at the park and the pool.
Got my second song.
Good for you. Oh, thank goodness.
Sometimes a girl just needs a new hat. Stopping for carnitas and chicharrones with my hubby. And look at that poor hat of his. And then, look at the tree. Look at the tree. That's natural.
Hey everybody. So it's been a while since I've done a video, and let me explain why. Sergio got me a phone that works fantastically here. It's an iPhone, has a great camera on it and all the things. And I put a new app on there to do my videos with, which was on my old iPhone. When I put it on the new iPhone, it took up all the space, like all the space on my iPhone. I don't know how it did it. I don't know why it did it, and it wouldn't let me delete it. I could not delete the app. So when Sergio came to visit, we erased the entire phone of everything and started all over. So now I'm using my old iPhone tonight, and I'm trying to transfer things back and forth. And if it doesn't take too long, then I'll start doing videos again. I just don't want it to consume too much of my time, but I do want to document our journey. So glad to be back doing videos. What has changed? So as you will see on this video, we're moving on with the lake house. He is starting with the carpenter, the painter, let me think, carpenter, painter, plumber, electrician. They're all out there. So they're having to take down all of the security fencing on all 3 levels of the house and start over with that. The hot water heater was in ill repair, and here they repair them. Isn't that funny? So they had to repair it. They had to replace a filter also in the plumbing. It was horrid, so now that's cleaned up. I had to replace all the light bulbs. There were so many light bulbs out. And then once they did that, for whatever reason, the fixtures that were attached to the ceiling are one by one falling. So it looks like we have hanging lamps. So now they have to go back through and reattach all of those light fixtures. They're putting up spiral staircases so that we can access the floors from within the compound, if you want to call it that. We're fencing it in so that the kids will be secure and safe because the house is very high up. It's 3 levels, and it would kill someone if they fell through. So everything has to be very secure before we can actually live there. And the idea is that we will be staying here part-time and in the States part-time, going back and forth. So it's been a dream of ours for a long time. Dual citizenship for all of us. And Sergio already has that. The kids, because they're his kids, they have that. I'm the one that's struggling. I have to get mine. And then on top of that, we needed a different car because the car that we have is very small, and it's not an automatic, it's a manual. And the driveway to the house is very steep. When it rains, you can't drive the car through the floodwaters because it's so low. So we needed a 4-wheel drive. So we went on the search. We found a 4-wheel drive. It's a 4Runner. It's pearl white. It's beautiful. It's automatic. And we had to get paperwork for ourselves to get our NIT, which is like a tax thing here. I don't know how to explain it, so I won't. But it's kind of like that. So it took us a while to get that done. Got our NIT numbers. I have one. He has one. And that allows us to purchase the car. So we go to purchase the car. And in purchasing the car, once the deal is made, we don't get the car for 2 to 3 more weeks. It's here, they have it, but that's just the way it works here. So now we're waiting to get that car, which will be the 1st of November. The house will keep going back and forth from this house to that house until we get everything fixed the way we want it. And then the biggest things that we have to move out of here will be the refrigerator behind me and something else that's big. Oh, the stove oven combo. Other than that, we didn't buy anything great big, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal to move those things. So anyway, that's kind of where we are. The kids, right now, the schools are not in for the kids. They're online. And that's not going to work for my children because my children have the attention span of a flea. So that's not happening. So we do homeschool. I purchased 4 books, reading, math, writing, and language for them. For kindergarten level, and we work through those every day, plus some other pages and some other games and activities. They're still taking their Spanish lessons 3 times a week with Miss Kathia, and she has to do them one-on-one because of the same. So I do homeschool in the mornings one-on-one, and she comes 3 times a week and does Spanish lessons one-on-one. So they're getting quite an education. Mercedes has been bringing Carlo with her, so they're playing with him and the other neighbor kids, getting tons of Spanish, really learning fast. I'm very impressed. Today, Mercedes had to take Carlo to school, and she said that in doing that, there was not a tuk-tuk available, and so she decided she would hop on a bus, which is kind of risky. Anyway, she got on the bus with Carlo, and she said, the bus driver said, sube, which means come in, get up. So she got in, and she said there were no people on the bus, just 3 men at the back of the bus. And either one or all 3, I didn't quite understand, had guns. And she was terrified, and they didn't want her to get off. And what she thinks it was extortionist, because here the bus drivers and taxi drivers and tuk-tuks have to pay fees to, like, the mob, if you will, to be able to operate. And if they don't, then they risk their lives. And so she came back, she went to the school. The school was upset because she was late. So they told her she'll have to come back another day after all of that. Can you imagine this? So she came back here, she was just in tears. What a horrible, 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 scary thing for her today. So anyway, things like that happen here, not always. You just have to really watch out and be careful, and not allow yourself into those situations. And I hate that happened to her today. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Very scary. Could have turned out very bad. But the police are out in force here. They're stopping all kinds of people and looking at papers and that sorts of thing. They have the military out. There's all kinds of safety, what do I want to say? Safety precautions and guards in place, especially because this is such a high tourism area. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Sergio just went back home, and so we are bachelors for the next 2 weeks until he comes back, and we cannot wait. So anyway, I'm going to get on with this video. Okay, so obviously I'm a little rusty. I meant to put the video of me just now on the front end, and then whatever, because I'm not a videographer, I couldn't get it to work right. So anyway, I was really impressed with the pan in the video, the bread on the windshield. It was a lot. It doesn't look like a lot, it was a lot. And it was less than $3, I think. And it was hot, it was fresh, it was delicious. And because of that and all the sweets and things that I ate while Sergio was here, I'm Herbalifing for the next 2 weeks to try to get back to my slim self before he comes back. And so now Herbalife twice a day and a meal once a day, and let's just see what I can do. I don't even have a scale, but if I can get back into my clothes a little easier, you know, you start feeling those extra pounds in places that you don't want to feel them. There's my love. Got one asleep, 2 awake. We're fixing to hit the hay. Anyway, so the car, we're going to wait 2 weeks and we should have a car. Sergio will be back here. And also the house is being renovated as we speak. You know, they power washed it, they're painting it, they're redoing the fence. They're doing all kinds of great things there. I'm just so excited to see it in 2 weeks and see how close we are to getting to live there. Just wrapping up a lot of things, a lot of loose ends in the States and here. Missing family, missing my grandkids immensely, tremendously. Praying for my family, praying for my kids. Never forget to pray for people, you guys. It's the most important thing you can do. You know, I see a lot of people's posts that say, you know, if they're not giving you attention, well, write them off. You know, those kinds of posts, you see them all the time. If they're not meeting you halfway, well, just write them off. You know, not necessarily that's what it says, but kind of, you get the gist of what I'm saying. Don't do that. Just pray for them. I mean, you don't have to give phone calls every day. I read something the other day. It was a mom, and she wrote this, like, she was like disappointed because her kids weren't contacting her. Pick me, okay? They don't respond to me, and they don't call me. They don't text me. They don't, you know, whatever. It's part of life, okay? It's part of life. They're living life. But anyway, here's the thing. This lady says, basically, apparently, she had seen that the kids were on social media and feeling bad, like, I know they're on there and they don't even call me or whatever. And then she wrote, you're not entitled to their downtime. Maybe they're just mindlessly scrolling because they've had a rough day or whatever, or it's the only 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes they have. They're mindlessly scrolling. You are not entitled to their downtime. I know you put in all kinds of time on the front end. You loved them. You changed their diapers. You nursed them when they were sick. You stood up for them at school and at the tournaments and all the things. And we think that maybe they'd want to have a relationship with us and call us and, you know, like us. But guess what? We're not entitled to any of their time. You know, if they choose to spend it with us, great. And if they don't, they don't, you know. Just keep praying for them. Pray for them, pray for them, pray for them. And always try on your end. Just send them text messages. It doesn't cost a damn thing. Send them a text message. Send them something nice. It's not easy, but it's the right thing to do. Do the right thing. Always do the right thing. And keep praying for each other. My friend Johnine, she's doing good. Yes, she is. I'm so proud, so happy, Johnine. And then I found some bad news today. My sister we video back and forth. It's so much fun. But anyway, she sent me that one of her friends from elementary through high school lost her mom this week. She was actually my daughter's first grade teacher. This gal is in her 40s and lost her mom. Can you imagine? It'd be terrible. Looks like I have two heads. And then my sister found out that her mother-in-law also had some horrible health news this week. And so I just ask, pray for each other. You never know what someone else is going through, why they're not texting you, why they're acting different. We all have things happening. Life keeps coming at you and kicking you in the balls. I mean, it's just part of it. You know, my life here may look really good to a lot of you, but there's a lot of rough moments. There's a lot of rough moments, and my husband being away is a huge one. So pray for each other. We each one have our own struggles, and we're all doing the best we can with what we have, right? So keep on keeping on, keep on keeping on, and say a prayer for me. I'll say a prayer for you, and I'll see you hopefully on the next video. I hope this works tonight. You guys have a fantastic rest of your night. Goodbye, everybody.
Wait, everybody.
There you go.